And then from that extended child's pose position, go ahead and make your way into tabletop. And then just start to shift your hips from side to side. Start to take your weight into the hands. And then when you feel ready, begin to cycle through cat and cow at your own pace. Inhaling to cow, exhaling to cat. And let your body do what feels good for you today. So if it feels good on your inhale, you can drop the hips down, come to cobra pose or any variation. Press into cat. Maybe let your hips drop back slightly. Really feel the length across the sides of the torso and into the back. And just establishing cadence with your breath, with each posture. Letting the head and neck relax. The mouth be slightly open, softening the jaw and the tops of the shoulders. Maybe tucking the toes under today, if that feels good for you. If not, then keep the tops of the feet flat. Really grounding down through the palms, spreading your fingers nice and wide. Take a couple more cycles at your own pace. Inhaling to cow. Exhaling to cat. And then coming back to a neutral spine in tabletop. Go ahead and step the right foot forward between the hands. And as you do that, just start to shift your weight forward and backwards a little bit, just starting to bend into that front knee, just slightly. Bending and straightening. And then we'll keep the hands on either side of the foot. Settle into that front knee a little bit further, being mindful to not allow your knee to go past your toe. And then on an inhale, send the right arm up towards the ceiling, opening into a nice gentle twist from low lunge. Maybe circle out that wrist. That feels good to you. And then send the arm back, opening the hand nice and wide. Good. And then inhale, bring both arms up, stack the shoulders over the pelvis, settle into that front knee for low lunge. And just like you did with both hands down on the mat, you can bend and straighten into that front knee a little bit. So if you firm up the glute on the left side and tuck the tailbone under, you'll feel a little bit more of a stretch into that left hip flexor, but do what feels good for you here. If you need a little bit of extra padding underneath the knee, you can also turn that long edge of the mat under. Softening the tops of the shoulders, finding a point that feels good for you. And then as you exhale, we'll take a twist to the right again, either with wide arms, or you can bring that left hand on the outside of the right knee. Option for a quad stretch here. You can reach back for the instep of that foot. Fine. If not, don't force it. Kind of do what feels good for you here. So just coming into your body today. Maybe you find stillness. Maybe there's a little bit of oscillatory movement that feels good for you here. Continuing to hold the breath. Good. As you exhale, if you grabbed your back foot, go ahead and release it. Shift your weight back and come into splits prep. So drawing the right toes towards your face, heart lifts, belly is in. You can either take your fingertips to either side of that front knee, or you could rest your hands on your thigh, depending on the flexibility you have in your hamstrings. And then maybe start to reach forward towards your foot or towards your lower leg. Let the back of the neck soften. And just breathe into the back of the thigh here. And then from here, lengthen up the trunk. Take that right leg, step it back behind so you're in kneeling. Tuck the toes under, bring the hands to the sacrum and point your elbows back. Lift your gaze towards the ceiling, take a little back bend, tighten up the glutes. Pause and breathe, being mindful to not hold your breath. Good, on an exhale, draw the navel into the spine, come back to tabletop. Inhale to cow pose. Exhale to cat. Inhale, neutral spine. This time step the left foot forward between the hands. Just like you did on the first side. Just start to bend and straighten that front knee. Just increasing range of motion and blood flow to that front leg. Pausing and breathing. Keeping your hands on either side of that front foot. Plant your right hand, inhale the left arm up towards the ceiling. Maybe a little bit of motion into the wrist might feel good. One direction, and then the opposite direction. And then extend the arm back, opening the hand nice and wide, looking at that left hand as you rotate. On an inhale, sweep both arms up, settle into that low lunge by tucking your tailbone under, firming up the right glute this time, kind of noticing length into the front of the right hip. Beautiful. Pause and breathe, directing the breath to wherever you feel most restricted. Good, as you exhale, take that twist to the left again. Any options that work for you today? Maybe inviting that quad stretch, reaching back for the instep of your back foot. And then pausing and breathing into those muscles around the pelvis and the front of the thigh. Keeping the spine lengthened. Relaxing through the face and jaw. And then as you're ready, if you grabbed your foot, slowly releasing it, shifting your weight back, drawing the left toes towards you, coming into splits prep, second side. Putting your hands where it feels right for your body today. And maybe folding forward over that leg and softening the back of the neck. Good, on an inhale, draw your trunk back up. Go ahead and step that left foot back. This time I want you to come to tucking the toes under and come to a yogi squat, malasana or garland pose. So you're gonna turn the toes out to the side. So they're at about 45 degrees. If you can let your heels melt down towards the mat, perfect. If that's not available to you, don't worry about it. On an inhale, find a long spine, press the knees out to the side, and then press the palms together. Belly draws in, tailbone tucks under. Think about lengthening the spine here. Good. Pause and breathe. And then if it's available to you, right fingertips to the mat, left hand reaches up and over, gentle side stretch here. So if you can't quite get into that low malasana or garland, don't worry about it. You can come up to a modified squat as well. Just find a little bit of a side stretch here, or you could even come fully up to standing. Good, come back to center, left fingertips plant, right hand reaches up and over. Just getting into the side body a little bit more here. Good, coming back to center, toe heeling your feet in so they're hips distance apart. Keep your knees bent, place your hands on your thighs. Inhale to standing cow pose. Exhale, standing cat. Inhale, standing cow, heart lifts. This time I want you to round through standing cat, but come all the way up to mountain pose. Rolling the shoulders back at the top a few times, and then take mountain pose, move it towards the top edge of your mat. Bring your feet about a fist distance apart. Palms are forward. Grounding through your feet. Lift the toes up, spread them nice and wide. You just weight shift a little bit from toes to heels. And then on an inhale, sweep the arms up, little back bend, lengthen upward. As you exhale, swan dive, forward fold, leading with your heart. On an inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, giant step back with the right foot, high lunge. Sweep the arms up. Pause and breathe. You can always take your feet a little bit wider for better balance. Soft tops of the shoulders. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to the mat, find plank. Pause and breathe in plank. Zip the legs together, pull the belly button in, press into the mid-back. Set your knees down. Lower halfway, elbows in, chaturanga. Release to your tummy, take the arms down at your sides. Inhale, locust pose, arms and chest up, feet if you'd like. Pause and breathe, activate the back body. Hands to the mat, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Good, let's spend a little bit of time in down dog. Just getting into this pose, pedaling out the feet, finding some length into the calves and the back of the legs. I'm just gonna do what feels good for you. Maybe it feels good to shift your hips, to turn your head from side to side. Remember, we're focusing in on being in the moment. Just allowing yourself to be here on your mat. Noticing how each pose or asana feels for your body today. Eventually bringing your feet back in so they're hips distance apart again. Melting the heels down towards your mat. Grounding through the hands and feet. Looking forward. This time we'll step the right foot through. Rise up. High lunge. Side two. Walk or sweep your hands up. Back knee is straight. Shoulders are over the pelvis. Good. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step forward. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale, round and fold. Press through your feet. Sweep all the way up. Look up, little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Lead with your heart. Inhale, flat back. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, right foot steps back, high lunge, sweep up. Shoulders over the pelvis, soft taps the shoulders, lift your gaze. Exhale, hands to the mat, plank. Press into that mid-back, zip the legs together, draw the belly in. Knees to the mat, halfway, chaturanga. Release to your tummy, locust or baby cobra. Lift your heart. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths. Ground through your hands and feet. Looking forward, right foot steps through, rise, high lunge. Walk or sweep up, soft tops of the shoulders, lift your gaze. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to the mat, step forward. Breathe in, flat back. Exhale, fold generously, bend the knees. Inhale, press into the feet, sweep all the way up, look up, little back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, gonna add on some standing postures. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, right foot steps back, high lunge, sweep up. Pause and breathe. Good, exhale, airplane arms. Send the arms back, hinging over that front leg. Good, notice the activation in your legs here. Inhale, high lunge, sweep up. Good, pause and breathe, lift your gaze. If you'd like, exhale, humble warrior. Interlacing the hands, dropping the trunk towards that inner thigh. Let the arms float up, belly draws in. Back knee stays straight. Good. Inhale, high lunge. Come up nice and slow. Good. Exhale, hands to the mat, plank. Good. Pause and breathe. Lower halfway from the toes or the knees, chaturanga. Inhale, any back bend. Baby cobra, locust, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Always welcome to come to child's pose or another resting pose of your choice. Look forward. Right foot steps through, high lunge, rise. Good. Exhale, airplane arms, hinge over the front thigh. Draw the shoulder blades together. Belly in. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, humble warrior. Trunk to the inner thigh. Let the arms float up. Belly in. Keep opening the chest in that humble warrior. Good. Slowly bring your trunk back up. High lunge. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to the mat. Plank pose. Toes or knees, chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Good, looking forward, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Breathe in, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, right foot steps back, high lunge. Sweep up. Good. Exhale, prayer twist to the left. Hooking the elbow on the outside of that left knee, back knee stays straight. Good. If you'd like, open the arms nice and wide. Belly in. Good. Inhale, warrior 2. Sweep the arms up, pivot the back heel down. Big, wide wingspan. Soft tops of the shoulders. Line up your shoulders over your pelvis. Good. Turn the left palm up. Exhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your front knee. Pause and breathe, nice and light on that back hand. Exhale, hands to the mat. Plank pose. From your toes or your knees, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, any back bend. Exhale, down dog. Pause and breathe. Be in your body. Notice how you're feeling. Reconnect with that intention that you set for your practice today. You are strong and capable, friends. Looking forward, right foot steps through. High lunge, rise. Up on the ball of the back foot. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Keep your chest lifted as you rotate, so being mindful to not collapse onto that front thigh. If you'd like, big wide arms. Back knee stays straight. Belly is in. Stay active through the legs. Beautiful. Good. Big inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Pivot the back heel down. Warrior 2, gazing over the front hand. Soft tops of the shoulders. Inhale the right palm up. Exhale, reverse triangle. Light on the back hand. Feel that right side body stretch. Exhale, hands to the mat, plank pose. From your toes or your knees, chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Good. Pause and breathe. 2 breaths, grounding through the hands and feet. Melt your heels towards the floor. Feel the ground beneath your palms. Looking forward, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, generous fold. Inhale, press through your feet. Come all the way up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, little bit of standing balance. So hands are at heart center. I want you to shift your weight onto your right foot. Start to bend your left knee. So keep your knee in line with your hip. Your left hand is going to catch the instep of your left foot. Your right palm is going to float up, extending your arm out. Keeping that knee in line with your hip, find a focal point here. This is standing half bow. You can stay here or start to shift your weight forward, pressing the foot into the hands for dancer pose. So lots of choices and options here. This is going to be more of a back bend. This is less of a back bend in that standing half bow, but do what feels good for your body. Staying for a few breaths, using that drishti or focal point. Staying active in the pose, noticing what micro adjustments you can make. Good, your exhale is going to be eagle prep. So you're going to take that left leg, find figure 4 onto the right leg, sit into it, hands to heart center. Pause and breathe, chest is lifted, tailbone tucks under. Good, as you exhale, release, forward fold, Uttanasana. Just kind of dangle the upper body here. Good, keeping a little bend in your knees, press through your feet, come all the way up to stand, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Standing tall, rooting down through your feet. Shift your weight onto your left leg. Staying active around that left hip. So outer hip and glute are active. You're gonna start to bend your right knee. Take your right hand, catch the instep of your right foot. Extend your left arm out, palm to the sky, standing half bow. You can stay here or you can shift a little bit more forward, pressing the foot into the hand. Be mindful of that knee in line with your hip, of that lifted leg. Pause and breathe. Relax your face. Good, start to slowly come out of it. Take that right leg, cross it over the left, sit into it. Eagle prep. Press the hands together. Tuck the tailbone under, belly in. Pause and breathe. Good, start to unwind. Exhale, forward fold. Good, inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank, and then press into downward facing dog. Good, melting your heart back towards your thighs, being in your body. Looking forward to your hands, walk or step your feet up to your hands, take a seat in the middle part of your mat. Soles of the feet on the mat, float the palms up. We're going to keep our abdominal muscles working here. Take our time and come all the way down to our back. So engage through the belly, lowering all the way down to the back. And then take a full body stretch. So you're going to extend the legs out, reach the arms up overhead, get as long as you can on your mat. Couple of nice cleansing breaths here. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. And then step the feet in so the soles of the feet are on the mat. We're going to take bridge pose for our inversion today. 2 choices in bridge. You can either keep your arms swept up next to your ears, or you can take them down at your sides. You choose. On an inhale, floating your hips up, activating through your hips, holding here, lifting your chin slightly. For an additional challenge, try floating one leg at a time for a few breaths, and then switching if that's something you'd like to try today. If not, stay where you are. If you have a block and prefer more of a passive inversion, you can tuck that block right under the sacrum for supported bridge. Pause and breathe. And then slowly lowering your hips, coming out of it. On an exhale, draw both knees in, sending the knees out wide to either shoulder, and rock gently from side to side, massaging out the low spine. If you're comfortable with it, blink your eyes closed. Reconnect with that intention. And just notice how you're feeling. Notice the quality of your breath. And we'll let the legs drop to the right side, keeping your shoulder blades on the mat. Any variation of a spine twist here. So do what feels good for you. If you want to straighten your knees or keep them bent, maybe turning your gaze opposite your legs might feel good. Nice deep breaths. Notice that expansion of the left rib cage. When you're ready, one knee at a time, coming back through the center. And then slowly letting the legs drop to the second side. Once again, any variation of a twist here. Just trying your best to keep the shoulder blades on the mat. Deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And when you're ready, slowly drawing the knees back into center. Take any other poses that you would like to complete your practice today. So knees to chest, happy baby, wide leg straddle. And if you feel like your practice is complete, you can make your way into Shavasana or corpse pose at any point. If you're not comfortable on your back, or if you need a little bit of extra support for your back, you can place a pillow, blocks, or anything that you have handy underneath the knees, or roll to your side. If you're on your back, tuck the shoulder blades underneath you. Let the palms be up towards the sky, your heart open to new perspectives, to mindfulness, to allowing yourself to be present in each moment and each experience. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Big, heavy sigh through the mouth. Let your body relax, yogis. Let the mat support you. Put a pause on the mind chatter for a few moments. Enjoy a sense of peace and calm. Coming back to those phrases that we connected with at the beginning of the practice today, just repeating them to yourself. I am powerful. I am capable. I am in control. I am enough.